came to Atlanta expecting what I've come to expect every summer, a Shibir, a chance to catch up with my friends, meet new people, have some good food and fun, acquire new Smriti bits, and most of all, catch up with Bhagwan in my spirituality. As soon as I started walking up the mandir steps, I remembered, I felt that familiar feeling. I was home. Everyone was curious and excited. What will the program be this year? We've seen a play, we've seen sound stages and concerts, we've even seen panoramic projection and fireworks. What was going to wow me this year? Coming into the Shibir, all I really knew was the logo. A slick sunset-colored brushstroke surrounding a person in meditation. Over the words Hinduism, Nijatmanam Brahmarupam. I figured we might hear a lot of long, dense history and theory. But that was the wow factor. This was Hinduism, simplified. The wow factor was simply stories. It was nostalgic at first, hearing all of the stories I've heard from my childhood. Stories that I've heard Swami Shri tell me over and over again. But this time, I heard these stories in a whole new light. Atato Brahma Jignasa. Thus, my journey to understand my identity began.
And Bhagwan Swaminarayan gives a methodology. It's very unique. He says to learn new concepts, first you have to listen, Shravan. Then you have to do Manan. Then you have to do Nididhyas. And then you'll be able to do Shakshatkar of these concepts.
Nachiketa, a story about lighting a fire in myself to learn Brahmavidya, to make spirituality a priority in my life, and to learn with sincerity.
So when your guru decides to give you Brahmagnan, when he thinks you're worthy, when you've gone through all of the different things that he wants you to go through, like Nachiketa had to go through all of the different tests that Yam put him through, that his father put him through, then we become worthy of Brahmavidya.
Bharatji, a story about how easy it is to get distracted from what I've set out to do and what impact that has on my journey in this life.
All of one's impure karmas would be destroyed and one would instead attain the highest state of enlightenment. And that is, how can that be done? The X factor. You want the Ferrero Rocher, right? That's the X factor. Man karma vachane apne raji kari sakye Satpurushne, then we can bypass everything.
Janak Raja, a story about how Atmanishta can give me perspective to stay focused, and how my Guru reminds me over and over again of who I truly am and what I can attain so that I can stay on the right path without distractions.
So much travel, so many people to meet. Nights and afternoons, just always traveling. So this is a step above Janak Raja. And that Pramukh Swami Maharaj is our Guru. And that Pramukh Swami Maharaj, we are learning from him. We have his life to look towards, to learn this concept of Atmanishta.
Kapildev in Devhuti, a story about how I should attach myself to my Guru and how he will ultimately grant me moksha, something that I can feel today and not at the end of my life.
So moksha is not a place you go to. It's not just Akshardham. It's a state of being. It's having the ability to look at Maya and not access it because you don't need it. Because you're enjoying Bhagwan nu Sukh. That is moksha. Moksha is now.
Sitaji, a story about how our relationship isn't a one-way street, a reminder of what I owe to my Guru.
Important part is that as we strengthen our relationship with the Guru, what does the Guru do? He starts to untie those knots. And in untying those knots, it's like the mirror example, it's painful. It's painful when you have to let go of the things you love or the things that you feel provide you with safety. And so the Guru, he unties those knots and he frees you from the past. He frees you from the present and he's making you go to the future towards moksha.
What Swami Shri said is perfectly right. જે રીતે સત્પુરુષ સમજે છે, જે રીતે વર્તે છે અને જે રીતે ભક્તિમાં પોતાનો દેહ વાળ્યો છે, એવું જો આપણે કરીએ, if we do that, તો સત્પુરુષમાં જીવ જોડાશે. Then the Atma, the Jeev, the Atma will attach itself to Baba. That is Nijatmanam Brahmarupam.
I came into the Shibir with my guard up, but my group lead and my friends made it easy for me to share all of my doubts and gave me crucial insight into how I can put these eternal tenets of Hinduism into action in my day-to-day life, at school, at home, in the company of friends, and at Mandir. I didn't just get the what and the how, I learned the why. I learned that everything that I do in satsang, big or small, all ties back to some core tenet of Hinduism. And that everything in Hinduism, including the messages of these 5 stories, is encapsulated in one simple shlok, which itself is captured in 2 simple words, Nijatmanam Brahmarupam, which is embodied by one person and one person alone, my Guru, Pramukh Swami Maharaj.